I'm Rob Whitfield with the Orange County Register, and welcome to OCN2 for Friday, April 24th. Yesterday, more than 350 people welcomed home a local soldier killed in Iraq on April 10th. The ashes of 22-year-old Private Second Class Bryce Gauthier were returned to his family for a distinguished military ceremony at the Los Alamitos Joint Forces Training Base. Soldiers, family, friends, and community members paid tribute to the fallen hero as an Army color guard marched a small wooden box and tightly folded American flag toward his family. This was the first time in Orange County in nearly 20 years the public and media were invited to welcome home a hero killed in action. 4 notable earthquakes have occurred in the Chino Hills, just north of Yorba Linda, since about 5 p.m. yesterday. The latest shakers came at 8:27 p.m. with a 4.0 quake, followed a minute later by a 3.0 in basically the same spot. Then there was a 2.5 quake just after 9 p.m. The shaking began at 4:56 p.m. with a 3.8 quake. It's unusual for a smaller quake to be followed by a second quake slightly larger in magnitude, but seismologists say such things happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean that a much larger quake is imminent. A surfer suffered traumatic injuries yesterday morning at Crystal Cove State Park and was taken by helicopter to Mission Hospital in Mission Viejo. Firefighters on the scene said the man may have suffered spinal injuries, but the injury was described as moderate trauma. The surfer was seen face down in the water by 3 other surfers, one of whom was an EMT student who helped the injured man until paramedics arrived, and a helicopter landed right on the beach at El Morro to aid in the rescue. A lifeguard supervisor at Crystal Cove said the man was paddling back out to the surf line and got caught by a wave. 37-year-old Dana Welch of Orange was found guilty in federal court on Wednesday of 2 felony counts of willfully interfering with aircraft pilots and faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison when he is sentenced on September 15th. Welch was convicted of shining a handheld laser at 2 passenger jets coming in for a landing at John Wayne Airport the night of May 21, 2008. One of the planes was carrying more than 180 people and the other more than 80. One of the pilots experienced flash blindness after the laser beam hit him in the eye, and another had to duck under the glare shield. Preservationists are not happy about the city of Santa Ana's decision to paint a 1914 Tudor revival that's seen more than 90 years of Santa Ana history come and go. It was the city's idea to move the old house to the tennis courts at Cabrillo Park, where it will serve as a pro shop and a class space. And it was the city's idea to paint it, top to bottom, as green as those same tennis courts, Wimbledon green. Until recently, the house occupied a plot of land not far from downtown, where a developer wants to build a 37-story skyscraper. The developer agreed to relocate, refurbish, and repaint the house to make way for his vision. Santa Ana's city manager said the color should soften over time, and the parks director added, quote, "Hopefully people will get used to it." And you can read more about all of these stories and get your breaking news all day at ocregister.com.